Hi, you guys. It is Thursday, September 10th, 2020. My name is Doris, and this is the Knit and Pearl Podcast, episode 206. Supposedly, I have cooties. Okay, in social media, I am One Fine Cow on Ravelry and Twitter. I am One Fine Design, the number one on Facebook and Etsy, and I am Doris M. Smith, all lowercase and smooshed together on Instagram. You can find the show notes for this podcast at knitandpearl-doris.blogspot.com. This podcast has a Ravelry group, which is the Knit and Pearl Podcast group. But all of that, you don't have to remember any of that, because in the handy dandy down bar below, there are links to the show notes, links to the Ravelry group, links to my Etsy store. And if you go to the show notes, at the top of the show notes, there are clickable links to my social medias. I think I post the most on Instagram, so go over there, follow me there. And I would thank you so much. I do a birthday shout out every podcast. The birthdays are from September 1st to September 15th. There are two birthdays. Ed Hurley, her birthday was on the 5th. And Angie Kunst, her birthday was on the 7th. So happy birthday. I hope that you both had a wonderful birthday, that you got good fibery gifts, that you got to spend time with friends and family, virtual or otherwise, social distancing, masks, you know. And if it was your birthday during this time, I say happy birthday to you as well. And don't forget, above all, I hope that you enjoyed your version of a birthday cake. Happy birthday. Which brings us to Story of the Week and Stash Enhancement. Let's do the stash first. Yes, I did. I got more stash. I gotta stop. But I have been dream knitting about sweaters. And so I bought a second bag of this stuff. Let me show the sticker on the bottom. This sparkly stuff. I bought a second because this is going to be the Turtle Dove 2, and I needed more yarn. Isn't that like the most gorgeous colors? I think it's going to be such a beautiful Turtle Dove 2, and it should knit up pretty fast. But before the Turtle Dove 2, I had to go last Friday. I was off work, and I had to go last Friday to be tested for work. And while we were in Florissant, I went to the Michaels. I said, I'm just going to go look at the Karen anniversary cakes. Just going to go look. Ted says, be serious, Doris. You're going to buy one. When I saw this, I had to. This is the anniversary cake. Of course, I had to buy this color. Anyway, let me tell you about this big ball of yarn. This is beautiful. You can only buy it at Michael's. The color is Peach Pate. And it says it's a bulky 6, but I would say it's a 5. I pulled it out here. It's more of a 5. It's soft and lovely. And what else about it? It says 8mm US 11. 8mm crochet hook or an L. It is machine washable and dryable, 100% acrylic. It is 1,061 yards. This will be my next cast on as soon as I get done with one or two of the big projects that I'm working on. This will be the turtle dove. A turtle dove number 1. So while I was there, I looked at some clearance yarn. If you remember right, I purchased this before. So I ended up buying another one just so I could make something big with it. This is supposed to be, it's a scarfy, what is it? Shawnable. It's supposed to be a medium 4 weight yarn. To me, this is more like a DK. I don't know. But I wanted a second ball just in case I wanted to make a bigger shawl or whatever. So I now have 2 of these. That is all of my stashing. So let's get into the story. I did finish 2 things, not big things. Work. I'm just going to go off the top and get it over with. I have Cooties. Went into work this morning. They did the normal screen at the door, but then they said, go sit down. We're doing some rapid testing. So I went in. I tested. And they told me in 15, 20 minutes they would have the results. So I went and I got clocked in and I started my day, but something told me, should I treat people or should I wait? I went on the floor and I started working with my first resident and I got a call to come to the front office. The test was positive. And so they took another test to send off. I have no symptoms. I don't know. I could be positive. It could have been a false positive. We shall see in a few days. But please keep us in your thoughts and prayers, because if I do indeed have the COVID, Ted also has it. So please, please, please hold us up in your prayers, because Ted is not healthy and he has high blood pressure. He had a stroke. So please keep us in your thoughts and prayers. And as soon as I find out something, I will get back to you and let you know. That's what's going on. If both tests are positive, I'm quarantined for 14 days with no work. Hopefully I will be able to get some unemployment. Hopefully Ted and I both, if we have it, will be mild or asymptomatic, Lord willing. So there's nothing else to say. I have my show notes, I wrote them yesterday, so it's a little different. My mojo over the past 2 weeks have been up and down. So let's just get into the foes. I'm trying to stay positive and be positive and hope and pray that whatever happens, that we will be safe and that there won't be any long-term effects. And I will be careful. I plan on wearing this around Ted as much as possible in the next couple of days. So that's that. So let's do happy things. I can't remember if I showed this last week, but I finished it, and I'm not going to line it. This is the fat bottom pattern. It is a free recipe on Ravelry that links to a blog. This is from Cindy Coleman. The yarn I used was just the leftover Red Heart Super Saver in the pinks and greens. I love it. I think it's gorgeous. Let me see. Where's that other bag? What did I do with it? Here it is. This was the original fat bottom bag. There's not a whole lot of difference, except this one's a little bit bigger. Not a whole lot, but a little bit bigger. Let me see if I can. It's a little bit bigger. A little bit. But I think it turned out gorgeous, and I really, really like it. It is a fun pattern, easy crochet pattern. Let me see. I used an eye. And this is the ombre, so you can see the color changing. So pretty. I figure if I use it as a bag, you could put your wallet and your phone in here. But if you have like your keys or whatever, I have plenty of little zipper pouches I could put the small things in. I think it would be messy. It would not be a nice line if I lined it. So I'm not going to. So pretty. So also, I've been doing a lot of Pinteresting, looking at Pinterest, and I came across this beautiful bag pattern. It's crocheted, filet crochet, and it's just a little cotton pouch. Is that not the cutest thing you ever saw? So pretty. This is a free pattern. I got it off of Instagram, and it's a tutorial by I Love Crochet. The yarn I used was a Gazelle Baby Cotton, this one. It's 40% acrylic, 60% Baby Gazelle. The color is a number, hang on. No, that's not it. Never mind. Anyway, it's a number. If you're really interested, you can. I think I bought this off of Amazon a year or so ago. So, anyway, back to this. The tutorial is in Japanese but it has some American subtitles or subtitles. So I was able to do it. And it also is a drawstring. So it's so cute and little. And I think I'm planning on making maybe, getting graph paper and making a like a Christmas tree and doing little pouches for Christmas gifts. Like, a card. If they're going to get a card, put it in this little bag with like a Christmas tree. Yeah, that's my plan. We'll see. But isn't that cute? So those, and I did it. It doesn't take very long at all to make this. Not long at all. I used an e-hook to do it. And this is just a boy. Yeah. So cute. So that is all of the finishes. It's all the finishes. So works in progress. I still haven't finished the sweater. It's laying over here. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. I love it. But I'm still not done. I'm working on the ribbing right now, and I did add another row of crosses at the bottom just to break up the monotony of knitting. So pretty. So I've got another, 3/4 of an inch of ribbing before I'm done with the body. The Tecumseh is a paid-for pattern on Ravelry by Boylan Knits. The yarn I'm using is the big Eleonora Maxi Family XSL. This one. The color is a number. Can you see that? This might have another sweater in it. And I'm also using the mandala in the gnome colorway. I took out the orange and stuff because this is going to be, the sleeve color work is just going to be in greens and blues. So that is all of that. Maybe by 2 weeks this will be done, because I really am all about wanting to knit another turtle dove. But did I tell you all I need to tell you about this? I'm using an Addi Turbo number, a US 6 4mm hook right now, 40-inch circular. So pretty. So I did do some work on the virus shawl, which is a free pattern on Ravelry linked to a tutorial. There's where I was the last time you saw it, and I did like 2.5 repeats of this. It's going to be a beautiful, lightweight shawl. I'm using Urban Cotton Luxe. This is the second ball. It's an ice yarn. It is a, what is it? It's a 2-weight yarn. I can get up where you can see it. It is 60% cotton, 28% viscose, 10% polyamide. It recommends a 3mm knitting needle. I am using an F hook, and it's a Boyd. So beautiful. This is going to be such a beautiful lacy shawl. Right now, it's not the softest thing. Hopefully with washing and drying, it'll, and you know, some blocking, it'll soften up. We shall see. That's where I am on that. It's beautiful. And I started, and I'm almost complete with the second half of the Granny Shrug, which is a free pattern by Thornberry Blog. I'm using the Ice Rainbow yarn and a J hook. I switched from the furls to just a regular Boyd J hook. Now, the original pattern is in bulky weight yarn. I'm using worsted weight yarn, so obviously I'm just using the starting part of the pattern to get the shape, and then I'm just crocheting the size I think. I have 2 more rounds before I stop the body part, and then my plan is, I don't want the sleeves to be any bigger, so my plan is, to go do 2 more rounds going around this way to make it just a little bit bigger in the body, so that it'll be comfortable. And then I'll seam it together and it'll be a nice little throw on sweater coming this fall. It'll be wild and crazy, but it's beautiful. If you can see, there's the other one sitting right there. So hopefully I'll have some free time and be able to knock these two things out of the park. Hopefully I won't have 10 days, 14 days off work, Lord willing. I did finish. Let me bear with me here. I won't edit this part, but I want to show you. I did finish the first 2 ounces of my spin. So this is from Yarn Geek Fibers. It's a turkey wool, 100% turkey, and the color is I Never Promised You a Rose Garden. So it has yellows, reds, and greens. It is so pretty. I finished the first 2 ounces, and I have not started the second yet. And this is a woolly winder, so it just puts the fiber on evenly as you spin. There it is. I did do that. At the bottom of the show notes and in the bottom of the down bar below, there's a link to my Etsy store. Please go over, have a look around, like a few things, and consider supporting me by purchasing some stitch markers or whatever. I would so appreciate it. Hopefully I will get myself together and get some more of the hand spun also back on. I put in 3 skeins of hand spun last 2 weeks ago, and that has been shipped off to its new owners. I hope that they are enjoying them. I plan on trying to get more up if that is something that you might be interested in. Thank you so much. Please remember, hold us up in your thoughts and prayers. Hope and pray that the positive test was a false positive and we can move on. But remember to keep us in your prayers, and I would thank you so much. And I will see you in 2 weeks for the next episode of the Knit and Purl podcast. Bye, you guys.